Hello everyone, it's Takeshi from jprail.com. I came from Shiretoko Station to Shibecha Station by rapid train Shiretoko Mashu. From here, I will take the SL Fuyu train to Kushiro. This time, I will show you the journey that I will take on the train to Kushiro. This train, which started operation in 2000, is celebrating its 20th year. Now the train is leaving the platform, where the train arriving from Kushiro, unload the passengers, and leave the platform 1. When departing as a train bound for Kushiro, this train will come back at the platform. It is the scenery in front of the Shibecha station. This video was shot in the middle of February 2020. At that time, the coronavirus infection was not so serious and I was able to travel normally. At 1:35 p.m., the work of the connecting the steam locomotive and the passenger cars will begin. Until then, we cannot enter the ticket gate. It's time to connect. So I went to home. Many passengers are gathering to see the connection work. Since there is no turntable at the Shibecha station, steam locomotive are connected backwards to the Kushiro side on train to Kushiro. The steam locomotive used on the SL Fuyu is C11. It's a tank locomotive and is a type that loads water and coal on the locomotive body. On the other hand, a tender type is a locomotive that is connected to a tender that loads water and coal behind the locomotive. In Japan, D51 and C57 are typical tender locomotives and are used in SL Yamaguchi. The tank type has a good rear view, so it is also suitable for the back driving. Taking advantage of the SL Shitsugen, this train runs backwards from the Shibecha to Kushiro. Now that the train is ready to depart, cross the overpass and head for the track number 2. Shibecha station has a 3-line track layout with 2 platforms. I'm going to board car number 2, third row, seat B. The window side seats are A and D, but unfortunately I could not reserve it. Just in case, I checked if there are any vacant seats on the window side at the Shibecha station, but all the seats were sold out. There is a monument on the Shibecha line on the platform. The Shibecha line was a line from Shibecha station to Nemuro Shibetsu, but it was closed in 1989. The train door has opened. I will board. The car I'm on is a cafe car, and there is a small food stand where you can buy drinks, light meals, and train goods. The interior of the car has been remodeled and the table is installed on the box seat. This vehicle is called Tsuhashi 44, and it is a modified version of the Super 43 series, which is the only old passenger car among the 5 passenger cars of SL Fuyu. Although the interior of the car has been remodeled, the shape of the old passenger car, such as the wooden floor and the high ceiling, remains, which makes me feel nostalgic. Cafe is very popular even before departure. Here is the item list. Original train items such as signage boards and stationery, drinks, snacks, and sweets are on sale. The train departs on time. I could get a seat by the window, but of the 4 box seats, there was only one woman on the other side. There were no other passengers, so fortunately I could use a seat by the window. We are leaving while being sent off by the people of the Shibecha. When we get on the sightseeing train, we are sometimes sent off by so many local people. I'm glad that the whole town sees off tourists. Immediately after the train departs, there was a ticket inspection. I got a boarding certificate. Each vehicle has a store. We call this hot berry store. We can buy the dry squid at the cafe and roast it. There was a person who was actually doing it, and there was a squid scent in the car. There were stamps on the car number 2, and we were able to stamp the boarding certificate we received earlier. I'll also show you the equipment in other passengers' cars. This is a wash basin. It's not new, but it doesn't feel that old. However, the shape of this window reminded me of the JNR era decades ago. At the toilet on the other side, the sign toilet next to the entrance is an old type sign, and the inside is a Japanese style toilet, which is a type of the toilet that has become rare recently. The train has started slowing down. We can see the red crowned crane. This train runs through the natural area of the Kushiro Marsh National Park, so we have a lot of chance to see wild animals. Among them, the red crown crane is the most popular wildlife. From this area, train runs through the wilderness of the Kushiro Marsh where few people live. I saw the red crowned crane on the side of the railroad track several times after this, but I couldn't take a photo because the train was running at a normal speed. The train arrived at the Toro station. It will stop here for about 10 minutes. Most of the passengers got off, and there were many passengers who took a picture of the steam locomotive and in front of the train. The steam locomotive is C11171, manufactured in 1945. I knew the steam locomotive was connected backwards because I was watching the connection at the Shibecha station. However, I didn't see the steam locomotive facing the backward from the front, and I could see it at the Toro station. Although it is a steam locomotive facing backwards, the headmark is properly attached to the rear side. The locomotive also has a headlights on the rear side, so you can see that it was designed on the assumption that it will run backwards. From here, the train runs along the Kushiro River, which runs through the center of the Kushiro Marsh. Kushiro Marsh is the largest wetland in Japan and is designated as a national park. It is also known as the place where the red crown crane we saw earlier and the largest freshwater fish ito in Japan, which is said to be the phantom fish, inhabit. There is no road through the center of the Kushiro Marsh, and we can get a closer look at the Kushiro Marsh by train, canoeing down on the river, or walking on the trail. Traveling by train is very convenient because anyone can see the Kushiro Marsh up close. This SL Fuyu no Shitsugen is operated in the winter, and the sightseeing train called the Kushiro Shitsugen Noroko is operated in the summer. The Kushiro River, which we can see now, has a gentle flow around here, and you can go down the river with a leisurely canoe. I have only experienced canoeing a few times, so I can't go down the river by myself, but I would like to take the leisurely canoe tour accompanied by the guide in the future. There are many canoe shops near Toro Station and Hosoka Station, and there are also many guided tours. There is also canoe tour down the Kushiro River in the middle of the winter. The Kushiro Marsh extended to the northern part of the Kushiro city, and the train enters the Kushiro city as soon as it passes through the Kushiro Marsh. The Kushiro River, which flows through the Kushiro Marsh, becomes the large river that flows through the Kushiro city and flows into the Pacific Ocean. Shortly after crossing the Kushiro River, the train will arrive at the Kushiro station. Even after the train arrived at the Kushiro station, many people hung around the engine. Everyone is enjoying the last moment with the steam locomotive. The locomotive started to leave the platform. We said goodbye to C11171. That's all for this video. If you found this video useful or interesting, please click like button and subscribe to my channel. Please watch other videos too. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you guys next time. ありがとうございました。さようなら。